Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Our Career here on EA Sports PGA Tour. If you missed last episode, make sure you go check it out. But as you can tell by the calendar at the bottom there, we did pull off a beautiful win at RBC Heritage, one of my favorite tournaments out at the Harbor Links Golf Course. It was a very, very scoreable condition week. There was not a lot of wind. I mean, it was like 10 to 12 mile per hour wind. But for that course and what we've seen in this game, that is pretty low. And we had really good conditions. It was a tough fight with Max Homa all the way to the end. And we managed to pull it off for our third ever PGA Tour win. Now, if you watch the entire video, then you notice at the end we talked about our difficulty. You know, obviously, if you've been following along, we're about 2 or 3 settings away from simulation. And we were talking about the PGA Championship, which is a couple of tournaments away. We're about 4 weeks off from that, being the next milestone to adjust our difficulty. So originally we had the Masters lined up to take some settings off, and then we had the PGA Championship to take a few more off. And then by the end of season 1, we would make it full simulation. However, I talked about it a little bit, but with the lack of patches coming out and the lack of adjustments I hope this game was going to make, and I'm so hopeful there's more based on their roadmap, it kind of is taking longer and longer than I would have hoped for to make some of these adjustments and make some necessary changes that if I was playing this while not recording, I'd be fine just playing this along in our current settings. But in order to remain competitive on the non-major or high quality championship weekend, so I'm talking about like the kind of the made up ones like the Florida Classic, I'm talking about, you know, if we just look at the schedule, basically anything that's not a high I don't know how to describe it. Like, obviously the majors are like the top of the it's the cream of the crop, but then you have other tournaments like, I would say, like the Jersey Challenge, I would say, you know, the Alberta Open, things like that. I don't want to call them low-end tournaments because they're all super fun tournaments and really integral parts of the PGA Tour schedule. But for me, in order to remain super competitive and have an enjoyable experience where we can have those comeback moments or have those, you know, there's a couple guys that are just throwing lights out, like even with 100% AI difficulty, which we are currently playing on, there is only like, if we get ahead, there's only like 1 or 2 guys that can catch us. And yes, I've only won 3 times in what, 16 weeks, like 15 weeks, like hasn't been that crazy. But going down as we start getting our golfer rated higher and higher, I can only see that window shrink. So I think by the PGA Championship, depending on, like, we are in a stretch of very difficult golf courses after this French Championship. We have Quail Hollow, which is extremely difficult. We have Pebble Beach, which plays difficult. Sawgrass again. Then we have the PGA Championship. Then we have the US. So there are a string of hard courses that I don't want to be brash about it because, again, I didn't start this to play on simulation. I started this to play a really fun career mode on a difficulty I was comfortable on and could make fun videos. So I just want to give you guys a heads up that during that PGA Championship or just above, based on how we do in these next 3 events, we might look to change to simulation a lot quicker than I had originally set out to. Certainly we'll remove those last 2 or 3 settings, but that's just something to keep an eye on. I just wanted to talk about that now because I watched the video back last time and, you know, we were talking about patches. I saw some of your comments. There's definitely some things coming from PGA, so I'm hopeful they make tweaks. The big one being the rough doing something. But that's kind of just my roadmap for this career. But enough talk about that. Like I said, I just want to get it out now so we don't spend the entire video talking about it. If you remember last episode, we were talking about possibly skipping the Mesquite Classic at Wolf Creek Club. I decided to withdraw from that. I didn't cancel it in time. We had proceeded with the schedule, so we were in the event. I withdrew from it. It's one of those things where I absolutely love Wolf Creek. I think it's a super fun course and very scenic. We'll play this again in the future. I want to kind of treat this like a regular schedule. You wouldn't play every single week, and especially coming off a very grind. We had 4 really difficult weeks, including the grind at the Masters to finish second, and then we won last week. So the French Championship, I absolutely love the Evian Resort Golf Club out in France. So I figured, you know what, let's take a week off. We'll come back, we'll regroup, and we'll head out to France for this beautiful tournament as we continue our quest for that FedEx Cup. You can see 6 to 9 mile per hour winds. Corey Connors, fellow Canadian, at 7 under par. So scoring conditions are out in effect here. This is a absolutely stunning golf course. It does play pretty tricky. It's a tight golf course, lots of hills. The wind can be a major factor out here. So for us, we're just looking to get off to a good start again. As always, the goal is the cut line. I know that might sound ridiculous.
From the Evian Resort Golf Club in France, it's opening round coverage of the French Championship. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all.
Out in the France countryside, it's a very, if you haven't seen this course, go check out like actual pictures. I think it looks like the game does a phenomenal job of recreating it in the game, but go Google some of the vistas that you see around this golf course. Is absolutely immaculate. It's beautiful. And here we are on tee box number 1, 11:06 tee time. So we got a nice morning time. We know the winds are out. Look at how tight this golf course is. So yes, we just came off a win, but we're heading to a very different style golf course, and it's going to play a lot different. So let's get off to a good start today. Driving has kind of turned around. We were in a streak of, we were kind of inconsistent with the driver for a while there. Last week at Harbour Town, we really found our stride. Tempo has been nearly perfect, or just slightly off tempo. So that's a big thing, is keeping those keeping tempos and everything dialed in. So I don't think we can do a 56, granted where the wind is. So I think we have to club up to a 51, but we're going to have to hit this a little bit softer and kind of gauge what the wind's doing early. Is it towards the higher end near 10 mile, or is it more towards the 5 to 6? Looks like it's... that's hard to say. I didn't take enough off of that, so 60 probably could have got there. That was definitely right to left wind entirely. It didn't look like it pushed it that much. We only aimed about 20 feet to the right. So if it threw it back about 20 feet, I got to think right now the gusts are probably around 6 or 7 mile per hour. So we probably don't need to take as much off some of these shots. Little chip shot back onto the green here. We'll determine how fast or slow it's playing. And we'll chip in on number 1. So it looks like it's playing a little bit more softer, which is nice. The greens around here are difficult when they get very fast. And we're up to a really good start. So continuing the momentum, we get to a very difficult downhill 163 par 3. As you look towards the water, there's the mountains in the background. It's very beautiful. Like I said, you heard it. Loch Lomond with Switzerland in the distance.
With such a steep drop.
Yeah, down the hill, wind with us. We got to club down to at least a 51. Here we go. As you can see, we got brand new black TaylorMade wedges. It's the exact same wedges. We just decided, you know what, let's throw the dark color on them and change it up a little bit. So brand new wedges in for this tournament.
Beautiful Evian Resort in
If this was real golf, they would have brand new nice grooves in them. This one might need to sit. So even clubbing down 3 times, 3 times was not enough. We probably could have thrown a pitch shot, as we're very disappointed in that one.
The easiest way to say it, Rich, it's anything but watered down.
Second shot straight.
Here we go. Pick shot required.
To Iona Stephen.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of calculations.
Comes out a little bit right, but not horrible, not the end of the world. 8 feet 4 inches to save par here.
Where is this ball going to end up?
And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, like I said, you saw the crazy scoring conditions at Harbour Town. I think we won at what, 25, 26 under par, maybe even less than that. I don't honestly remember. But the whole field was scoring really well. Whereas you come into here and you're playing on very tight holes as we sink a nice par putt. Very tight holes, massive elevation changes. So similar to similar to Chambers Bay, where you have the severe drops, or Top of the Rock, I think is a good example. You have the par 3s that are kind of up on like a hill or up on a mountain. You have that here as well. A lot of the par 3s have extreme elevation changes. So it requires a very, very good tee shot with a wedge or with a short iron. And that one, we clubbed down 3 times and still could not hold the green. So gonna take a lot. We got a beautifully placed tree here. It's gonna require a big fade around it in order to find the fairway with the wind kicking that way. So we're gonna have to add the big fade, aim just to the right of the tree, and see if we can't get it around it. We definitely don't want to clip this. Got it up and over the tree with that high fade. Beautiful. This should end up okay. It needs to sit soft. It will catch this little bit of a gully here. But unlike Chambers Bay, it will not roll through these soft Evian fairways. Beautiful, beautiful landscape here.
A second coming up.
All right, we got a difficult up the hill pitch. Left to right wind.
Today, the pin all the way back,
Let's just give
so
this a
you've
good
really
hit.
gotta
Hopefully we can
trust
stop it near the cup.
yardage.
Hit it okay. Gets a good release. Gets it up to pin high, and that should be a pretty makeable birdie putt. I've been playing so much Tears of the Kingdom. If you're a fan of Zelda games or you want to go check out a new series that I'm doing, feel free to go check those out. But game came out at midnight the other night. I stayed up till about 3 playing it, and then I played it yesterday, and then I also play World of Warcraft when I'm not playing. So we did the raid last night, and we were up till 3 again. So I slept in very long today. It's the weekend, and I had a very beautiful sleep. But we drip in another birdie there, so I'm energized. I'm feeling good. Gonna record a whole bunch of videos this weekend and make sure the schedule next week is staying up to my standards, my code. I think with a whole bunch of new games coming out, you'll see this game start being dripped every other day. You know, for a good month and a half while the game was fresh, we were dripping, you know, new content out every single day, and they all did very well. It is very difficult for somebody like myself who works 5 to 9 normal 5 to 9. Geez, maybe I'm not that well rested. 9 to 5, a regular 9 to 5 job, and then finds time to record when I can. It is difficult to pump and edit and, you know, throw these on myself because I'm just a small tiny content creator. I don't have an editor or anything like that where some of the big guys have. So for me, trying to do it, I had a lot of fun. But I think because I want to drip in, you know, the Star Wars, the Zelda, soon we'll have other games like Formula 1, which will be a big series on this channel. If you missed last year, that was a big series before the game decided to be terrible. But I'm going to continue doing this game. Like I said, we got lots of golf as we drip another beautiful wedge shot into this green. So scoreable part of the course, we're taking advantage of it. We got to make sure the flat stick stays in. I can't really tell because the shade, it looks like it's going to break a little bit at the start. Ooh, that's a hard tree placement. Because I can see the first 3 grids that are moving fast. Then the next 3 kind of slow down. So I think it straightens up. I'm just going to hit this and hope. This is a tough cup location based on the trees. Ah! Missed it by a couple inches. That's okay. Yeah, that was a tough cup placement with the shadows there. Yeah, anyway, we got lots of videos that I want to record. I want to make sure that I am first and foremost a variety streamer. It's just that this game, we've been waiting on the new esports PGA Tour for, 8-9 yeyears. So we want to make sure we had lots of coverage for that. And I still very much enjoy it. I'm hoping for more patches, but I think the way I'll still record pretty much the same way, but I'll kind of drip the content. I'm saying drip a lot today. I'll spread the content out, every couple days. So there might not be a PGA Tour video every single day, which I think is fine. But there'll still be lots every single week. So now we got a tough par 3 here. This one's up the hill, wind in our face. We have a 7-iron in hand, which probably is I would have said that if it wasn't an elevation change, because we can power this. The wind is only like 7 miles per hour. It'll kick it back to the pin. But because it's an elevation change, I actually think we need a 6-iron here. This might be too much club, but I feel like a 7-iron would be too little. I'm gonna add some loft to this to try and take off a little bit of the distance and land it softer from a steeper angle. Beautiful shot here. Phenomenal looking par 3 with the little staircase waterfall going back into the pond. I've hit it really well. If it catches this hill and comes back, it'd be really good. Unfortunately, with the 6-iron, we don't have a lot of backspin on it, so a little bit of a misjudge, but I think the 7-iron coming in at that, it would either bounce to the same location or come up short in that bunker, and I really didn't want to take that into account. So now we have a very severe downhill putt, big right to left. Again, these shadows are making this a little difficult as we're in the early morning, sun's just rising. Yeah, decent speed, to be honest with you. It's just I couldn't really tell what the full extent of the break was doing.
Appeared to be befuddled by the
it's a little sluggish. Probably left it in a worse spot. Should have left it below the hole. But again, just with the 7-iron coming in, you know, uphill cup location into the wind. I just didn't want to leave it short, hit the false front, or have it go in the bunker. You know, took our medicine, settled for a par, and we'll stay at 200 par through 5 holes.
This is a really nice driving hole, the par 4-6.
Here we go, 406 par 4, tight fairway, bunkers on the left, trees everywhere. This part of the golf course is just very, very little room for mistake. Another beautiful looking hole though, absolutely stunning. Like this little marshy area with all the you know, tall weeds. I don't know what kind of weed it is, but they hem the tee box. It's just a very, very nice looking golf course. It really is. And like I said, this was a tournament I definitely didn't want to miss, just because I enjoy the course so much. We clear that bunker, we get a good kick into the middle of the fairway, and we're sitting pretty. We should have another really short wedge shot into another attackable green, and kind of fell flat on a couple birdie putts the last few, but let's try and leave this in a better position. So we do have that backstop we can work with, so I think we're going to aim to the left side of the green. Hopefully we hit it into that bank and it rolls back towards the cup. Very fun little green, as you heard Iona Stevens say. Lots of banks you can try and aim for to have the ball come back. So it's catching the wind perfectly. It's going to hit off this hill and roll back. And I'll tell you what, we executed that almost to perfection. That was a really fun shot to hit. We absolutely hit it on the button exactly, almost exactly where I said I wanted to. And we'll have a tap in birdie here. Pretty straightforward putt. And we'll get another birdie 3 under par here as we head to a par 5, par 3, and a par 5 to end this front 9.
559 yards, 7.
I think the biggest thing for me right now, guys, is there's just a lot of variety in games, which is something we haven't seen in a long time. For a while there, it was, you know, one game every 3-4 months, and you know, with the way AAA games are being released, it was like hit or miss if you would enjoy it. So yes, this game is by far perfect. There's a lot of things they really need to fix, but it's a new take on. Ooh, this one's getting hung out to the right. So miss hit there because of the tempo, and unfortunately the wind just caught it, and we're in the fairway bunker now. But yeah, it's a new genre in golf games. I think multiple golf games is a good thing, regardless if you like 2K or this better. I personally don't care. Not going to be able to get it out over that lip with the hybrids, so can't go for it in 2 here. Miss hit off the tee.
So decisions to be made.
Just get it back out into the fairway. Oh my gosh, did we clear this? Oh no, from one fairway bunker to another. So man, that must have caught that a lot more than I thought. A little bit of a miss hit there again as well. Well, not the most ideal, but we do have a chance with. Oh boy, I think I'm gonna take a 56 and ease up on it. Not that much. Just try and throw it to this little ridge here. The wind's probably not gonna take it that much. Add a little bit of loft. Yeah, not bad at all there. We at least have a putt at birdie.
Okay, a good
what was I talking about? Oh yeah, just like good that there's multiple golf games, and you know, Star Wars came out, also has performance issues. Zelda came out, seems to be running really well. We have Diablo 4 in, you know, a couple weeks. Oh, I mishit it. Ooh, that was an ugly miss hit. I probably should have focused up on that putt a little bit more. Let me just tap this in. That was a gross miss hit.
That one finished off.
Well, missed opportunity. That was a really good sand, really good out from the sand, and a very realistic birdie putt. And I kind of just tugged it with the controller, so a little bit unlucky. But you can see all the different tournaments played at this golf course. Sorry, all the different. From that point, it points to different tournaments around the world, which is cool.
Dialed in off the tee.
But yeah, we have Diablo 4, which again, I'm probably not going to post too much content. That's a game that I'm going to be playing a lot offline with my buddies and just having fun. Okay, we got a club down here, 6-iron. I'm going to try and cut it around this tree just a little bit, let the wind funnel it back in. Try not to miss hit it too much here. So the wind might be picking up because that miss hit with the driver was very exaggerated. There we go. Perfect tempo. The wind's not grabbing as much as I want. And actually, this came up well short of what I thought. Gets a nice release. Very nice release. But 20 feet left. That's a lot shorter than I thought it would.
Look here at birdie.
And a glassy look to this putt as it works downhill with
it's definitely going to go pretty far right to left, couple feet down the hill. Get the pace right. Give it a good whack. Even with the miss hit to the right, I still lost it on the low side. So very, very fast down the hill putt.
Far out to the right to play that
another par. We're kind of stalled out a little bit now again. So still in a good spot. 300 par is nothing to be upset about. We have a par 5 to close at the front 9.
And he'll remain right.
Yeah, guys, lots of games. If you're a fan of racing games, if you're a fan of Formula 1, they've released a lot of information on the new F123 game now. My expectations aren't crazy high. Obviously, EA purchased Codemasters. There was a lot of bugs with the last game that they decided just not to fix and work on the new game. So I'm hopeful. And there's the new campaign, or I guess story mode, not a campaign. But looking forward to that series. Got a lot of fun things planned, just like we did last time. This one also getting hung out to the right. So the wind really is interesting right now as we find another fairway bunker. At least the sand looks beautiful here, but it's talking about how well the tempo was. That was still a good tempoed shot. It's just I tried putting right to left shot on that to take off the wind, and it like just didn't, or did, but not as much as I was hoping it would. All right, let's try and get this one out of the bunker. 85 to 92, so we're gonna have to add a little bit more juice on this. Full swing. Hopefully we don't catch this lip. I mean, I think we're far enough away from the lip that even with a 5-iron, we should be able to pop this one out. Depends how well it comes out. If it comes out, you know, chunky, then we're not going to get it there. Came out really well. In fact, too well. But we're on the green in 2 on a very short par 5 with a chance at eagle. 24 feet 4 inches for an eagle putt. Looks like my guy has a bit of tan there. I don't know why he looks tan, but here we go. Down the hill putt, right to left. Not that much break in it. Maybe a foot and a half.
Outside chance for 3.
Get this one close. If it goes in, great. If not, go in.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5.
That is by far the easiest. I think they said it's the easiest hole on the course. We take advantage of it. You know, distance, yeah, we found the fairway bunker. It's a very good shot out of that bunker. Came out very fast, and we made a putt finally. So,
dogleg to the right. Comfortable with your driver? Well, you might want to try and just blow it over the trees on the right side. You want to play it safer?
Do we go for it?
3-wood, put it in play. You'll still have a relatively short iron into the green. And
do we go for this? Oh, I don't like the... Is this going to get over the tree? I'm going for it. This one's for my UK fans. Oh, I was on a practice swing, lol. Oh, my controller lagged, but I think I still caught it okay. Oh, turn. That was so weird. I had a hitch at the top of my golf swing. So my controller just like stopped working for a sec.
Just got to wait a little bit on that tee ball.
Now we have a very difficult shot. But I went for it. Screw it. We got a very short wedge into this now. Hoist it up in the air. Let the wind carry it.
Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line.
Wow, that had no backspin for how good that came out.
Good shot.
That was weird.
On the green.
I figured that would have snapped back like every... Oh, God.
For another birdie. Yes, rolls it right.
The flat stick is rolling today, folks, as we get to 6 under par. We're kind of picking apart this golf course right now. Flat stick's rolling. That's what's working for me right now. The flat stick is absolutely dialed in. But again, I talked about it. I got it out of the way at the beginning because I didn't want to spend the whole video. But again, I'll just touch on the fact that courses that are more traditionally scoreable, like this, like Harbour Town, they do play fairly easy. Yes, Harbour Town is quite realistic. I think, you know, oh, I can't. Can I do this? This is stupid, but I'm going for it. I don't think we got it through there, guys. Oh, no. That had such an aggressive hook on it, and that was stupid.
Trees are like brick walls today. Hit that and went straight
down into the rough. Got punished. I did not think it would break that hard. So now
We're in the thick stuff on the left over here in 11. Your only option is to sling one in from right to left.
A low punch shot. Get it back into the fairway. Take our medicine. Try and get up and down for a par. But anyway, what I was saying is, you know, traditionally low-scoring events just seem to play even more low-scoring, which I think is fine. But this is what I was talking about. When you're not in that stretch of majors or Quail Hollow or Torrey Pines, plays a little easy. So I don't want to be the guy that wins 7 to 10 major events in his first PGA Tour event. If it happens because we play amazing, great. But if it just happens because the golf course is so scoreable that it's unrealistic. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of guys on the leaderboard today that are scoring very well. And I mean, we just made a really stupid mistake that we didn't need to make, so we need to get this up and down for a par. I think we're going to tweak... I think we're going to tweak some settings going into PGA Championship. I think it's time. I think it's time. Our golfers rated 90 or 89 overall. I think we got to do that to remain, you know, in a good headspace and remain a little bit more competitive.
37 yards. Again, this is kind of a driver's hole, so to speak.
Because I think the issue you can fall into is if things are just dirt easy all the time.
You're going to have a short flip into
one,
this green,
like I'm going to stop enjoying the videos and the narrative of the tournaments. And then 2, it'll just become so repetitive. It's like, oh, what did he shoot again today? Oh, he won the tournament with 20 under par. Great. And again, 20 under par can happen. Don't get me wrong. Look at the PGA schedule. Look how many times it happens. It happens more than I think people even realize. But when that's heightened because you're playing a video game, so whereas a tournament might win at 20 under par, you're probably looking at closer to 30 under par. And if it happens in between all those majors all the time,
127 yards left to the hole today.
It's a little weird. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm still not in any sort of winning position here just because we're at 6 under par. It's a very difficult hole here. We hoist this one way up in the air. It is not coming back as much as I wanted. This will snap back, and this is a very, very steep up the hill putt. I don't know what kind of break it'll have, but 21 feet straight back up this hill. Very straight up this hill.
This one on the slow side as he'll try to get this one close.
Add lots of pace. Just try and ram it up this hill.
Online the whole way, but never had the speed, so it didn't matter.
Just 5 feet left.
That seems a little phony. That was a straight up the hill. You saw the graph. It was almost directly up like this. And you're telling me the break was fine. I messed up the break. But you're telling me that adding 20 feet extra...
So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity.
Okay, so there's no break on this putt. None. Not did I only not do it on the first putt. There is just no break. It's a dead straight putt.
Well read. That's Ian for a bogey 5.
Yeah, you were supposed to fix your putting grids. There was a patch that said we fixed our putting grids. I get, ladies and gentlemen, I get that the beads were only very slow. But if they're moving, even if they're very slow, that typically indicates there is break on a putt. Typically, I'm no rocket scientist, but if there's putting beads moving right to left very slowly, that still means that there is break in the putt. But whatever, that was a bad first putt. I totally misread the break, and I totally misjudged the speed. But here we go. This is the part of the course that is very fun, but it's also very difficult. Like I talked about, the whole course is tight fairways, but now everything is going back up the hill. So everything is on the side of this mountain, and it's all funneling. So everything is going to be, you know, you're going to require some shot shaping, and we haven't been very good with that. Nope, mishit this one. The wind's going to catch this. This is so far left. This needs to land soft. And it hit... will not stop. Oh my gosh, it stopped before the car passed. The rough hauled that one up. This is going to be so severely below our feet.
Like a little tap on the cranium and get things in the right place.
This is going to be nearly impossible to get this one to stop on the green, but aim it right side. Hopefully it catches. It's going to jump out to the left because of the hill. Like I said, we're severely below our feet. We got to get good contact, and hopefully this stops on the green, but I mean...
And
Again, sometimes I surprise myself, ladies and gentlemen. Holy jumpins. I mean, this is probably just a dead straight putt, isn't it? Even though the putting beads are going left to right and then right to left. Looks dead straight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we make up that bogey that we just threw away.
It's in for a birdie. And he'll move to within 1 at 6 under par.
Yeah, I'm hoping, you know, I'm hoping for a good patch this coming week. There's supposedly a patch for this game coming. And I think, you know, nearly a month ago now since the last patch is in my opinion, even just for a small patch, is unacceptable. There should be no reason why it's that long in between patches. But, you know, it is what it is. We kind of just have to... This is a tough shot. Down the hill severely. Wind in our face. Club down to a 7. Try and shape it around this tree. Go! Go! Wow. I thought that was going to carry a lot further. Yeah, there's supposedly a patch coming out this week. Again, you can see with the Nike hat. I hope they add more apparel options. The fact that there's only 2 Under Armour hats in the game and they're locked behind a challenge that I still can't even complete. It's not that, like... It's not that I'm not good enough. Like me, my character can't drive greens yet. And one of the challenges is land 5 shots in a row onto a par 4 carry green. I can't do that yet. And it forces you to use your creator. So I literally can't even unlock the 2 Under Armour hats they have in the game because of a ridiculous challenge. Yeah, it's just, unfortunately, I think their challenges, while they're difficult, some of them are a little unrealistic to do while you're a new golfer. And don't get me wrong, I'm almost 90 overall, or am 90 overall. It's just the points I decided to put in, I didn't go for a super power hitter. I went for a good short game and a good putter. But unfortunately, it's going to be tough for me to ever get that. And if they have, that's the only hats. They don't even have Titleist hats in the game. Titleist hats. They have Titleist visors. I do not wear visors. I will never wear a visor, ever, even in a video game. I hate visors. Like, put some more options in the game. And that's such like an easy... Man, I can't shot shape the ball. We're shit today. Holy... Everything is a miss hit. Every single shot has been a miss hit when I try and put shot shape on it. And don't get me wrong, I talk about this all the time. I know that's probably the outcome. But like, holy crap. Also, it is so warm in Canada right now that like I am sweating absolute buckets right now. I got my air on and it's like, what is the temperature? I can't really complain. I really can't complain. It is 24 degrees at the time of I'm recording this, and my building doesn't quite have the air turned on. It is still cold air coming out, but it's not AC cold. Whew, it's getting warm. Ah, man, all these uphill shots are fooling me. I'm kind of just, to be completely honest with you, I'm kind of choking this back 9. This is just poor shot execution.
Couldn't get it to stop.
Very, very poor execution.
Too long, sadly.
Let's try and clean this up. Go in the hole. Oh, sit. Oh, sit. Oh, my. I knew that was downhill, but holy crap. Oh, that needed to hit the flag stick. Oh, boy. Well, talk about a choke. Let's get a good flop shot in here. It's a great shot there, the purple or pink, whatever you want to call it. The grandstands. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you are, as I step on my ball because my AI didn't even know it came back to his feet. You are seeing I'm going to pitch this one now. You are seeing a man absolutely choke on a back 9 of a golf course after starting so confident.
Well, obviously he can do better.
What a tough hole and what a stupid pitch shot that was. This is for a bogey on a par 5.
Well, worth the price of admission.
Okay, does no green... I haven't played this course enough. Do you know green have breaks and it's just every putting green is wrong? I mean, that was almost dead straight coming back up the hill. Wow, dude. Yes, I played that hole horribly. Don't like that was nothing else other than I played that hole absolutely terribly. But how the heck does putting beads exist on a green if they're not going to actually break? And this is where I think simulation might actually help a little bit, because it's all going to be off feel and what you think.
The mistake you don't want to make, it's obvious.
P-wedge here down the hill, right to left winds. We need some momentum coming down the stretch here. What a horrible display of golf you guys just witnessed. Another beautiful par 3. Does it need to go? Oh, it needs to go. Oh, Michael Webb.
Oh, that is an uncharacteristic mistake in
what is happening?
Full of precision. That ball offline.
Did the wind just suddenly pick up like to 15?
Okay, so now after the drop and the penalty stroke, this will become his
third yeah, look at this shot.
Par 3.
Look at the putting beads here. Oh, God. Why did it drop on the green? Man, I should have re-hit. Stop, 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 stop.
No, I think he knew it right when it left the putter face. Didn't get that far.
Holy crap, what a story of two. We're not even out of the woods here yet for a bogey. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen.
It is for bogey here at the par 3.
I actually don't remember.
Backwards to 3 under
like
par.
I choked the Masters. I played bad in a couple of rounds. I do not remember a stretch of holes this poorly played in my golf career yet. You guys can think of a time other than maybe Torrey Pines when we were like a really fresh golfer.
You'd need to play a pretty hard
holy
right, because those trees on the right-hand side are awfully difficult to clear.
Okay, finally a good tee shot. Let's settle this down. I just played that +3 in 2 holes. I thought that I didn't think that pitching wedge, when he said this needs to go, I thought that would look fine. I thought it was just a bad commentary.
Coming up.
Holy crap.
Start to the 17th. Good tee shot opening up the green.
We gotta play this one long, uphill, very long uphill, wind in our face. Oh my gosh, go. Wow. Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised it did that. I'm just shocked at how bad I'm playing. Like a 56 looked like it was gonna go. Oh man, I must be way off with the wind right now. Way off with the wind. Because it said what, 6 to 9 mile per hour? It has to be stronger than that right now. A really good recovery pitch shot. Finally can stop some bleeding.
Lovely
a tap in 9-inch putt.
That ball off the turf.
We were riding the high of that win from the Heritage, the RBC Heritage. Coming in, we've shot 6 under par on the front 9. And this has been a blow up, an absolute blow up on the final 9 holes.
Par 5, 18.
And really, there's no excuse for it. I'm just playing horribly. Like,
you must carry the
wow,
dude. The front of the green. If you can pull that off, an opportunity to finish.
Well, hole 18 here, guys. Let's try and get a birdie. The wind is not moving this one either.
This up that left-hand
get a good kick. Okay, we got a really good kick there. Stays in the first cut. Oh, it actually rolls back into the fairway. So let's try and end with some sort of momentum. What a horrible display of golf.
Fairway, Iona.
That's a mistake. That's just
and it's an excellent
poor golf you just witnessed. There we go. I'm going to finesse the 9-iron. I think the wind is more with us than it is left and right, but it will try and push it a little left to right. We're on a slight hill. Let's just try and hit a good golf shot. It flew off to the right. It should still be okay. It needs to land soft, though. Not bad. Still not a good shot. This is horrible. Horrible display of golfing right now. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have much of a chance here.
I know we can't call it a
left to right at the start. If it actually breaks, right to left at the end up the hill.
Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Is this a par 5? This might be a par 5, I think he said.
Couldn't ask for much more on that putt.
A very short par 5. It is. We have a chance of getting one back, go to 4 under for the day, and at least have some sort of momentum after a very shaky stretch of holes there on the back 9. That really is. There's really no excuse for what just happened there. That was just an utter and complete collapse. I have no idea what the hell just happened. That sucks. That was such a bitter ending to such a good day, but I mean, we're not out of it. We thankfully we did as well as we did. As we'll throw on our green here, head to day 2. It seems like everything's, you know, firmed out a bit. Not so much soft, not so much, you know, whatever. It's all average across the board. Soft everywhere else. 3 to 5 mile per hour winds. Let's well, we got off to a good start in the first round. Let's continue that and try and clean some crap up on the back 9, because that was really stupid.
Proudly present
beautiful piece of land though, man. Switzerland in the background.
From the Champions Course at the Evian Resort Golf Club, live second round.
Sam Burns boasting a 5 under. Cam Champ
Things
4 under.
Slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top 5.
So lots of scores being dropped again. I mean, we expected that. It's
for the weekend.
The front 9 is arguably one of the most scoreable places to play on the PGA Tour.
At 8 under.
But it is tight, and I mean, we saw that. We missed a lot of fairways yesterday.
No lock to play the weekend,
so we got a Jordan Spieth Under Armour shoes on. It has a little bit of red. Doesn't really match the green, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's a
big tee shot here. Kind of took some aggression out from the end of that last round. 69 yards to the hole. And let's see if we can claw back and get those shots back.
Thank you, Rich. What a delight it is to be out here on the golf course today, and it's always nice to start on the short stuff. A tricky 2-tiered green, and be careful of that bunker short left.
It's a good-looking shot. It should get some rollback. Yeah, not bad. That's a tricky little pin placement. It's on the side of a hill a little bit.
Here we go. 7-footer.
Up the hill, left to right. I'm playing everything with less break than I think it would, because I just don't see a lot of break out here. Beautiful putt right in the center of the cup. So we get off to another birdie start. We get back one of those. We need one more to erase the double bogey.
1 under for his round here.
Yeah, Champ, Burns, all firing very low scores today. And we're going to need to match them if we want to get into a final grouping for the weekend.
Just a stunning backdrop with a lake and a mountain.
But we need to just stay composed just to make the weekend. Cut line's at 3 under par, ladies and gentlemen. That just shows you how many golfers are all really close. That's insane. 3 under is the cut line. Okay, last time we clubbed down a lot, and we still flew the green. So I think we got to club down to a 56. Wind's not that much. What am I doing? Wind's only about 5 miles per hour. 3 under par is the cut line. That is nutty. Hoist this one way up in the air. Go. Okay, so yesterday at 51 didn't get there, or got over the green. I guess we did have a little bit of helping wind. Today at 56 did not get there. So shows you the difference in what wind and helping wind can do on a very difficult downhill green. Sit. All right, we got a par putt. Well, now all of a sudden, I thought I was going to say, you know, we got lots of room to work with, but if the cut line's at 3 under and potentially on a very scoreable day, that could get even better.
Nah, got it out there too far. It was trying to come back, but couldn't get there.
We'll just put that one in and just shake our head at a stupid miss on the controller again. Wow, I'm kind of all out of sorts today, guys. I apologize. This is definitely not the display of golf you guys might be accustomed to seeing. And as we're talking about all this difficulty, the difficulty right now is between these. It's my own stupid mentality.
Is difficult to hold.
Gotta start playing a little bit more, a little bit better here for you guys, because this is no way. Oh, thank God. That sounded like it hit a concrete cement block.
And found the rough here. It's going to be a little bit of a shock on the momentum because it's going in the wrong direction.
This is very uncharacteristic. This is very, very... I guess I just don't have my best stuff this weekend in France, because what is going on with my controller right now, yo? Holy... Let me do what I always say.
Okay, on the green.
Let me readjust everything, readjust my sitting position, get my hands in the proper spot, because that is 2 straight shots that I have missed horribly. And of course, that one has a ton of break.
Good speed there.
Oh, Michael, you are just playing like an absolute tool right now.
So that safely in. It's a par here at the 3rd, and he'll remain at 4.
This is very, very interesting. This is the first time I feel like I'm getting frustrated at this game, which is, I guess, can happen. I just don't have. I know maybe the extra sleep. You know, maybe that's my secret. Is I play on little sleep, and I'm good. When I play on too much rest, I'm too relaxed. Sounded really good, but it's not really moving the way I want it to. All in all,
nothing to fault there.
I would rank the golf up into this point at a very measly C+. I've had some moments of good looks, and I've had a lot of moments of really bad looks. So up the hill, a little bit of wind in our face.
We've got 137 left to the flag. Pin in the back right portion of this green.
Came out so far right off that side hill lie. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I guess like any pro, you're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. Oh God. Crushed it. Here's the thing. You know, if somebody on my... Jesus, what is with my putting right now? Barely snuck that in.
And he'll remain right where he
but somebody on my TikTok a while back said, you know, he's like, I don't like watching YouTubers play golf games because, you know, if they need a video to be more interesting, they purposely throw the game, or they purposely do this, or, you know, they want to win this tournament so bad, so they just go like extremely try hard and win a turn. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's ridiculous. I mean, if you guys have been watching long enough, you know that I try and play my best every single time, and there's just times where I just don't have it, and right now is the time I don't have it. That's not trying to make a video more interesting, or I want to win every tournament. If I could, like, if the game was super challenging and all the conditions were perfect and all the bugs were fixed, I would still go out there and try and win every single tournament. There is no reason not to do that.
Uphill much of the way.
But right now, and I've been talking about this tournament for a couple weeks now, I love this golf course and I would love to succeed here. I'm just playing really bad. There's no two ways of looking at it. You can look at it and be like, oh, he talked about the difficulty, so he's... Holy crap!
Oh, and he didn't hit that squarely at all.
I just hit that with 25 extra feet of power, and that barely got halfway there. Oh, and then it broke like crazy. This is bad. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, you can probably see I'm actually, like, visually getting frustrated at myself right now. I'm playing horrible. This is not a bit. This is not because I was talking about difficulty. This is legit me absolutely choking in 2 straight rounds now. I am mind-boggled with how bad I'm playing right now.
A slight draw off the tee.
But I said it at the beginning, I'm posting the good, I'm posting the bad, and I'm posting the ugly. But as I've always said, we have a round and a half left to try and turn this around and put some good numbers on the board. Make the cut, and then you never know what can happen. But it starts with every single next shot. It started with this drive, crushed it, beautiful down the pipe. My putting today
Just at this point in the round, you're trying to find a rhythm.
Has been something to behold. Also,
the middle of the club face. That's what
a little bitter this morning.
There. Down on the course,
my Toronto Maple Leafs, which fully expected them to, have officially been eliminated from the playoffs. So this garbage thing you see on my face will be trimmed up later today. So you'll see me stop playing with the mustache hairs because I'm not used to having a beard. I have a beard almost all year long, but it's never, not that this is that long, but it's longer than I usually keep it quite short, especially the mustache.
A bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from
growing it out for fun while they were in the playoffs. Now it's time to shave. Summer's here. It's 24 degrees outside. Golfing is going to start next week. Courses are opening up. Finally got that consistently good weather.
Yeah, you had a pretty good run.
Oh, I thought we just got away with one, man. That was a good putt. It was a really good putt. Just not leaving ourselves in scoring conditions right now. Is there something in my controller? Like, why is this everything leaking to the right at the end of the swing? Am I just being that lazy right now? Tied for 48,
to the first
man.
Par 5 at Evian Resort, the 559-yard 7. Narrow tee shot opening up.
Now we turn our attention to these guys who also need to start playing better. They were doing so well, the Blue Jays, and they've lost like 7 of their last 10 games. That's just Toronto teams in a nutshell, man. If you're a Canadian, you know if you're a Toronto fan, you know the feeling. Every Toronto team. If you're not a Toronto fan and you're Canadian, you know the struggle. And even if you're not a Canadian, you probably just make fun of the Toronto teams. So it's a tough life being a diehard Toronto fan for almost every single sport. Unfortunately for the Leafs, they just did not seem to want it enough, which is a little bit of a shame. But here we go. Screw talking about hockey. We're on a par 5 with a hybrid in our hand. We need a birdie here. We need to start getting something going. Seems a little firm, to be honest with you. Not bad, though. This is probably going to roll off because there is that rollout at the back into that little. But we should have a pretty straightforward up and down for a chance at birdie. It is a short par 5. That's an interesting camera angle, and it's tweaking out hard.
Couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good.
Pitch it into this little hill here. Good contact is all I care about right now.
Just playing excellent golf. 5 under for the tournament.
No way that mechanic just did that. That caught the left lip and toilet bowled in.
Par 3 on the front side at Evian, the 211.
All right, we freaking needed that hard.
On the course, so
no way that just caught the left lip and toilet bowled in. That had so much speed. Let's go. Wow, and just like that, we get back to 5 under par. I think we need to do a high shot with a little less power with a 7-iron. It is up the hill. The wind's helping us, though. Holy, finally a little bit of good luck. It's not like that was that great of a shot. It would have rolled out probably like 8 feet past. But man, did we need some sort of luck going. That was such a brutal stretch of holes. And for nobody's fault but my own, like, the course isn't even playing difficult, and I'm just like, this is such a hard putt too.
Putt left to right. I think the idea here is just to get it inside sort of a 3-foot circle.
Not bad. A little bit more firm and a little bit more left to right.
Decent effort.
Yeah, just things aren't quite clicking the way they normally do. In the early goings here of the Evian Resort Golf Club for the French Championship. I mean, Sam Burns through what? He was full 5 under par when he was at 9 under. So he had a really good round today, and it just shows you what kind of conditions are out there. It's just, we're just, unfortunately for us. But that eagle, I hope, kind of, slowed things down. We're going to play a little bit more conservative, a little bit slower here. Think through every shot going into the back 9 because we're going to need it. Another really good sounding drive. should be nice and safely aboard the fairway. One shot at a time. That's the mentality. We were down there for about 4 holes. I probably need to flip the script a little bit more. I was starting to get frustrated. Like I said, I'm a human. Frustration starts to sink in. Another par 5 here. I'm going to club down if we're short. That's fine. Going a little bit more right, so it's probably going to find this front right bunker. But if it gets to the flat part, which it sort of does, it's not a hard shot at all for an up and down
the green
birdie.
Bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Here we go. Sit. Yeah, it's a great up and down there. 2 feet 1 inch for tap in birdie.
Got it to stop quickly, and that will be a birdie opportunity coming up.
There we go.
Easy as can be. It's a tap in birdie here at the 9th.
Through all of that, we get to 2 under on the front 9 because of a beautiful pitch in eagle that somehow saved our butt. And the leaderboard is chock full. You got 2 guys climbing the leaderboard. The rest of us all within that 5 to 6 mark. I don't know what the cut line is now because I think we've moved away from it.
We'll see a 3-wood and short iron.
Yeah, gonna play these couple holes safe because we found some trouble the last round when we brought out the big stick. So play this one the way it should be played. Lots of green to work with from back here. It's not a par 5, so still carried a 272 rollout
for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Iona, a second coming up.
Yeah, and we found the fairway. We're in an elevated position now, hitting towards a green that's shaped a bit like a Yeti's footprint. Very shallow.
It does look like a foot, doesn't it? That's funny. I need to hit a little bit more firm, but that still is in a good spot. Nearly 20 feet.
Not too bad. Good
Pretty
shot.
straightforward putt.
Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really outside chance for birdie.
Now this for birdie at 10.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet
past
the
EA,
hole.
man. Like, even the comebacker shows that there's a bit of a break. It's just unbelievable how inconsistent their putting green is.
To start this backside.
That's okay. It's a par. That's disappointing. That's another one where I swear to God I read that to what the putting green was telling me to perfection, and it just did absolutely nothing like what it said it was going to do. Well, we moved to the par 4 yesterday. We were in the woods. Today we gotta make sure we don't find ourselves there again. So I think I'm actually gonna come down to a 4-iron, play a bit of a fade, land it near that 100 if we can, or end it near the 100.
Keep it out of those
pretty weird looking shot shape there, but I actually really like it. That was a low 4-iron.
Yeah, if you see shortish par 4s like this, it's a great time to bring out the irons, and that is going to work out well.
It's a great shot there. The pink, all the pink around here just looks so clean against the greens.
This is second.
All right. Come on, Mike. Give me one really good tap in. That's all. Like, just give me something here to work with. And I mishit this. This is unbelievable how many mishits I've had.
I know it's the second shot. But what an
it's unbelievably how good I am with the wedges.
That's a great shot.
I mean, I knew that was going to get a left kick because I brought it in with a bit of a shot shape, and the wind was naturally funneling that way. I just got away with one there. That was. Thank you for giving me something to work with, game. Something to work with.
You bet. A birdie
wow.
Here at the 11. And that'll move him to 7 under par.
That was an absolute gift because that was another mishit. Truthfully, that was another pretty poor effort with the wedge that got away with it.
12. Best play off the tee is to fly the.
All right, we're getting to the part of the course where we really struggled yesterday. This is going to take a lot of concentration. It's going to every par 4 is going to require 4 really good shots for par. If we get anything better than that, it is exceptional. Anything worse than that is not the worst, as long as it's not doubles like we did yesterday.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday.
Another good tee shot. It should roll down to a flatter part of the hill. Everything here is this side hill lie, so I mean it's almost impossible to avoid unless you lay way farther back.
Put himself in an excellent position. Keyboards, 88 yards. Really good opportunity here. Second shot.
Roll back. Roll back. Roll back. Oh, it didn't snap at all.
That's a good shot. And more importantly,
right.
too, a green in regulation. So birdie chance.
God, these cups are so hard to see in the shade.
Nicely done.
Good one there. Finally a good putt.
Early on this backside. And that's going to move him to 8 under. This is a demanding par 4, and it is the longest one on the golf course here at Evian. The 13th is 503
503 downhill, dogleg right, on the side of a hill.
Either side of the fairway. If you do smother this
Come on,
one
Mike,
and hit it left, you tug it.
You notice I've kind of toned down my commentary to focus up a little bit. I mean, that's something that is always a challenge when you're making videos is, you know, you want the entertainment value. You want to be able to talk through your videos so you're not just sitting there quietly the whole time. But when things aren't going your way, which very much so, these 2 rounds have been on the worst side. I mean, we've definitely turned this round around for sure. But when things aren't going your way, it's, you know, you kind of gotta, for me anyway, I kind of just gotta focus up. Ooh, this is a tough shot. Downhill, can't use a 9. P-wedge might get there. There is a big hill there that we could try and knock it off of. Just try and get back to basics is all I'm really thinking about. And this is a great looking shot again. Holy, stop it on a dime.
Which is that 8 or 9 feet? I don't know about that, but it is a great approach shot.
Sometimes you just need to dial it back and put your head down and make some good shots.
Confidently done there.
And that's not to say when I'm talking and chatting things up that I'm not concentrating. Like I've said many times, I always try to think through every single shot, as somehow we propel ourselves in a second. So all of a sudden the cut line looked like it just dropped to even, and people are bogeying like crazy on the back nine, and all of a sudden we have 3 straight birdies. So weird day of golf here. I feel like we played horrible on the scoring 9, and we're playing really well on the not so scoring 9. That is golf for you. Ooh. I think I gotta try and get a 4-iron. The wind's not gonna hold this that much. If I can land it right where I'm aimed and have it skip up into that downslope, it might funnel. I just don't think a hybrid's the play on this. Catch that downslope, baby. Okay, it's just actually... Okay. How downhill is that hole?
Did not want to slow down at
253 with a 4-iron.
Right through the green.
Okay, well, didn't expect that, to be honest with you. Sit. Good. All right.
Whew,
good. Shout out to the good boys.
Today, a terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
There we go.
No issues there. It is a par.
Oh man, what a event so far.
Shots off the pace.
This round has turned into a pretty solid round. I'm pretty happy with how we're playing at the moment. This could have been a very, very ugly weekend. We were technically threatened with the cut line, and then it seemed like a lot of people started struggling, and we really turned the pace around. So I'm extremely happy with that. Like I said, the last thing I wanted coming into a tournament that I was really looking forward to was to miss the cut, especially taking off the Mesquite Challenge, like at Wolf Creek. You don't want to skip a week to get to a tournament that you want to play and then show up and play terrible. I'm surprised we're in second. That seems like a lot of really bad scores are being posted right now.
Iona, a second coming up.
Wonderful drive, and now looking at a second shot that you've got to throw up the right half. There's no question about it.
It is severely uphill.
Carry those 2 fairway bunkers. That's your main objective.
Oh, sit. Oh, sit. Oh, you cannot stay up on that first cut. Oh, this is going to be such a delicate chip, man. I basically just need to bump it on.
Really, it's going to be about the 3rd shot today. How close can you hit it?
Bro. I just aimed that like 10 feet short. What the hell? How does that even happen?
Chance now for another birdie.
I have those shots all the time, and I do the same thing. I just dial it back and then hit it to the line.
Right to left.
That just sailed through. Whatever. I don't even understand what just happened there. We still have a putt-up birdie here. It's a difficult one, but that was so dumb. What the hell? Ah! Just left it short. Probably was the right break, too. I can't believe that fucking chip, though. What the hell did I just witness?
Okay,
like, I'd understand if I left the power where it was, but I pulled that back, like, at least 15 feet. Chipping is weird. Spieth! My boy Jordan! Coming out of nowhere. 10 under par now.
Yet another par 3.
It'd be really fun to play alongside Jordan tomorrow. We haven't had that yet.
Looking down on a green with 2 bunkers at the back and a small pond on the left.
Okay, now last time pitching wedge didn't get there.
Club selection crucial.
Maybe I just finesse a 9-iron because last time pitching wedge ended up in the water. Not bad. Got a really weird kick, but really not bad.
Safely on the putting surface.
That's exactly it. Safely aboard. Safely aboard.
10 feet.
We'll talk about the round here in just a minute. What a back 9, ladies and gentlemen. Holy jumpins. What a absolute phenomenal comeback back 9. Let's
on to the final
go.
2 holes here at Evian Resort, starting with the par 4 17th.
You're seeing me absolutely try hard right now, by the way.
It's possible to get this close. However, those trees to the right have been known to
talked about how I don't try hard every single event. I'm trying hard really now to put up a good back 9.
There's nothing but trouble.
That's different from me trying to win every event. I'm just trying to focus up and make every single hit count. I rolled out into the rough, even with a 3-wood.
Be fairly thick over there.
Oh,
jeez. For a second shot here at 17. Let's see if he can finish with a good one. This ball in the rough, but a pretty good line.
Trying to see where the top of that tree is, because I think I have a shot at it. If I really add a bunch of loft to this, I think I can get this over this tree branch. I'm going for it because I think I actually can. This isn't just like a risky shot. I'm pretty sure I have room. Oh, I just clipped it, but it's going to help. What a recovery shot. It just clipped the top of it. Wow, we got that up in a hurry, though.
Now this for another birdie.
Okay, not everything's been breaking like crazy here, so we're going to play very little break. Watch, it's going to snap on me now.
Good job to deaden it right by the hole, but he could not get it to go in.
Oh, how does that even make sense, dude? That just snapped like 10 cuts to the right at the start of the putt.
17. And he'll stay a couple of shots.
Oh, man. That may have been the first time in a long time where that actually did not seem realistic at all. What the hell?
You can make something happen, where you can do something memorable.
The pace was so good, too. I tell you, every time I think it's going to break and it doesn't break, and then I adjust for it later, it does the complete opposite. Like, there's been some putts out today where I feel like I played the break perfect and it just doesn't break. And then I'm like, okay, so greens aren't breaking, so I will definitely take a little bit less break. And then it snaps like a duck hook putt.
On this Friday to get set up for the weekend.
Unbelievable, man. Whatever. We still got this short par 5 that we could get a birdie here and potentially tie the lead somehow.
Shot, but now it's a risk and reward approach as we look to that water which sits in front of the green, so no margin to miss this short.
Oh boy, it's okay. Played from here yesterday, got it up and down for the bird.
Green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Oh, I slipped. Oh, I slipped big time.
All right, not exactly what you're
Frick.
hoping for, but
that was no excuse other than
birdie's still in play.
Other than I slipped. Okay, this is definitely going to go right off the start. Well, I'll play this the same way the last putt went. It tried to come back at the end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was
So he'll finish.
I don't know what word I want to use for a first two events and first two rounds in an event.
Yesterday's total, it is
that was
round 65.
I mean, the good news is I think we're playing alongside Jordan Spieth tomorrow, which is the first time on the channel. We've yet to play with Jordan here at all. Let's have a quick look. Oh, well, wait. It's only final day, right? I'm kind of silly. I think we are playing with Jordan, but not into the final round. I'm all over the place today. But ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The first two rounds at the French Championship. So let's just quickly talk about it. Obviously, did not have my best game today. To be at 10 under par and tied for fourth is an absolute miracle, but it just shows you how tight the leaderboard is. A lot of really good scores out there again. So 2 events in a row where it's a low-scoring event. Just didn't have my game today. I felt like my putting was all over the place, not just in terms of reading the putts, but just all in all, just did not make. I don't know if it was the way I was holding the controller or what I was doing, but some very bad putts. Did not have the best shot shaping with the driver today, which we know is a weak point, but it was really bad today. But I mean, that's bound to happen. You can't be perfect every week. Like I said, to be even in contention going into moving day is a result. Like I had to slow everything down on that back 9 because when we started the day at 4 under par, the cut was at 3, and I think I just saw that the cut stayed at 3. It went down to 2, then it went back up to 3. So a lot of low scores out there. We were flirting with that through the entire front 9. I was struggling, but you know, once we slowed it down, once we dialed it back, may have made for a little bit more of a boring back 9 for you guys watching, but this was an event that I did not want to miss the cut. We made the cut, thankfully. We're in a really good position. Definitely try hard at that for 9 holes to get, what, 4 under, 5 under for the back 9, whatever it may have been, to salvage our tournament. But that's what good champions do, and that's what we're going to need to do if we want to try and pull out a win. Our second straight win would be amazing. We've yet to do that on the PGA Tour. But difficulty talk aside, that was just my own play making it more challenging. But that's all for this one. We're going to come back in the next video and finish up the weekend here at the French Championship, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments if you have bad days, if you struggle, what things you do to like kind of right the ship. Because we're all human. It's a video game at the end of the day. You're never perfect in a video game every single day. And we'll catch you back in the next one, see where we end up. But should be a fun one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.